well in Talladega. How is that going forward? How do you think that is going to help your confidence?
It's a big confidence boost. Anytime you can run well with as many cup guys as there was in the field today, it's a big boost going into California next week. And it was a great run for us. We really needed a good run. We had Texaco Haviland on board this year, and we're still searching for sponsorship the rest of the year. So this race was a big race for us, and trying to get some momentum and going into California and beyond.
Okay, more questions for our highest finishing rookie right here.
The Detroit Free Press. What were you thinking those closing laps? Were you really trying to improve position or just stay out of trouble?
I was thinking, whoever behind me, push. We kind of, our car was really good at the top all day, so we kind of hoped that we get enough guys out there that we could kind of go there, and that was sort of our plan pretty much all day, was to ride around the top, and hopefully we'd get enough guys there at the end to we'd be in a position to push a couple guys there on the top lane, and we were able to get behind Kenseth, and we really worked good behind Kenseth there. We were a little tight behind a lot of guys, but we got behind Matt there, and for some reason it just seemed to work right. So we were able to kind of get up behind him and push and get that top lane rolling, and luckily we were able to kind of clear everybody there and make a run at the finish.
We're going to go upstairs for 2 questions in the box for Bryan. Go ahead, please.
Lee Montgomery, NASCAR Scene. Bryan, what was kind of your approach to this race overall? Were you just going to come in and take it conservative, or were you just going to go all out?
Obviously the number one goal was to finish and get laps and kind of gain respect. But, we knew we had a good car, and, so it was a little bit of both. The first half of the race, we just wanted to stay out of trouble and try and gain some friends as much as we can with that yellow stripe down the back of the car. But, so we just kind of wanted to sit in a good position, keep ourselves out of trouble, and, come 10, 15 to go, we were going to, save our stuff until then, and then once that time came around, get ready and go.
One more from upstairs.
Yes, Bryan, this is Don Coble from the Florida Times-Union. What happened on that restart that made you drop back so bad?
I think we just kind of picked the wrong line, and early on in the race we were really loose, and we were just it was a learning day all day, and there were several times I kind of hung myself out to dry, going to the bottom, trying to make moves that really weren't there. So it was a big day for us, and gaining patience and just kind of sitting back and watching. The Dale Juniors, the Kyle Bushes, Tony Stewarts, Matt Kenseth, and how they approached the race, and trying to learn from that and come up with the best finish that we could.
Okay, we're going to take 2 more questions for Bryan, one right back here, and then we're going to go upstairs for a final one for Bryan.
Yeah, Steve Richards with PRN. Bryan, talk about the race from a personal satisfaction standpoint, the fact that this is your biggest race of the year, and you finished top 10 amongst all these Cup guys from a personal standpoint.
It's awesome. I told the guys, as much as I loved running 6, I'd have liked to win, but I was ready to do a burnout if they would have let me. It was a big day for us, and just like we talked about earlier, just getting momentum going into California. Have as good as a weekend as we did here, and to kind of gain the respect that we did this week was really big for us.
Our final question for Bryan from the press box. Go ahead, please.
Monty Dutton, Yes Gazette. In the last few laps, it looked as if Stewart's car was shot out of a cannon on the back stretch, and sometimes without that much help. Had you noticed that all during the race, or were you surprised at how fast his car was, like I said, on the back stretch at the end?
To be honest, I was so far back for most of the race that I couldn't really see Tony. But, I knew both Tony and Kyle were going to be good. They qualified good, and usually that's a good sign of how they're going to be out front. But, we were just doing our best to try and get to Tony and push our lane by him, but it didn't work out for us.
Bryan, congratulations. A great run. Thanks for joining us.